Conor McGregor has been making quite a lot of noise in the news lately. Aside from him inputting himself socially into every single UFC fight that happens or gets talked about on Twitter, Conor McGregor Whisky that he announced last year, his proper number 12 whiskey he launched, has been doing quite well, and a lot of people has been talking about it. Conor McGregor's original goal with launching the whiskey proper number 12 was to beat out the legend Jameson, who is really the top of top with the Irish whiskey. According to MMA News, his Irish whiskey sales, Conor McGregor's sales, has reportedly hit the $1 billion mark. And I gotta say, that's pretty good. Conor McGregor is a legend in the fighting game. He's very charismatic and he can be funny at times. But aside from his success, his newfound success in this Irish whiskey game, he does have his shortcomings, and we will talk about that later on in the video after we talk about Brendan Schaub's comments on Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones has been really a big show lately, and everyone has been bragging about it. Personally, I haven't watched it. Leave a comment down below if you have watched Game of Thrones. But on episode 129 of the Below the Belt podcast, Brendan Schaub speculates Game of Thrones to be the most pirated show ever.
But then also Game of Thrones, baby. Game of motherfucking Thrones. You don't watch it, do you, Chin?
Nope.
You've never seen it?
Never.
You have no idea what it's about?
I have an idea.
It's tough, man. If you don't like, I was one of the 1% who didn't watch Game of Thrones for the longest. I mean, probably 2 years ago, you can go back. I think I did a fight campaign, or maybe it was just a podcast with Rogan and Brian. They're trying to talk me into watching Game of Thrones, and I'm quoted saying, "Are there dragons in it?" I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not watching that. I don't watch dragons. And then I went down that rabbit hole, and that's my favorite show of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time. But here's the thing, and I didn't know this, and I apologize to people if I spoiled it for you. So when the episode, it's such a big show.
Yeah.
It's the biggest show of all time. They think it's the most, and it's not saying much because 2019, so of course it is, but it's the most pirated show of all time. So they estimate around maybe 80 million people are watching it, but then if you add the pirated shit, you're talking 150 million. Who knows? Who knows? Over 100 million people are watching this thing. Biggest show. So to me, if it's that big, it's almost like a current event. I feel like it's a phenomenon. It's taking the world by storm. Everyone's watching it. So when I post a picture, Hey, hold real quick. I'm gonna talk about Game of Thrones in 3, 2, 1. All right. So when I post a picture of the big girl being knighted, after the fact, I post at 10 p.m. I assume everyone is watching it the same way I am. Yeah, there's shit. Now, it's a big plot, and I didn't even think it was that big, but there's a lot going on there. Now, look at Dalia's dumbass goes, "Why are you ruining shit?" And then so many people DM me, and even my brother goes, "What the fuck?" This morning I woke up, my brother texted me, "What the fuck are you doing? Why would you post that?" I went, "Well, did you watch it?" He goes, "Yeah, I watched it." And then my agent, who represents the Game of Thrones creators, goes, "Dude, I can't believe you posted." I went, "Dude, we all did you guys watch it last night?" He goes, "Yeah." I went, "We watched it last night. If you're that big of a fan, you're dressing up as the fucking Dragon Queen. Guy or girl, you're dressing up as the Dragon Queen. You look like fucking Drago. It's all good, baby. There's margaritas. We get around. We watch Game of Thrones. Episode 2. White Walkers, what are we doing?" No, sir. I don't think I've ever got so much hate. People were so mad.
Mean?
So So I take a picture of her, and then hashtag knighted, hashtag so scared of the White Walkers, hashtag everybody dying soon. So here's that everybody dying soon is not a spoiler. Everybody dying is me saying the White Walkers are coming. The episode, spoiler in 3, 2, 1. The White Walkers, that ends with them at the fucking gates. At the gates, ready to do work. And then boom. Episode 3 is coming up next week. And I mean, I cannot fucking wait. I was like, God damn. Because the episode, it's like all the characters now. Everyone had their own plots going on. Everyone, the North, you know, this. Everyone had their own shit going on. And then now they're all together, except for Khaleesi. They're all together under one roof, under one castle, and they got to defend themselves against the White Walkers, who are basically the zombies that are trying to take over the world, Jen, right?
Okay.
And they don't stop, they don't sleep, they don't get tired, they don't eat, they're fucking killers, and they have a dragon. They have a dragon, Chin. I need you to get more excited about this. Right. So they have a dragon. We have 2 dragons. The humans have 2 dragons. Yeah. They have 1 dragon. But it's insane. So it's the last night they're all together before the White Walkers hit the walls, bro. Damn. Crazy, right? Yeah. And so I was trying to, what would you do on your, let's say the zombie apocalypse tomorrow, Chin. What would you do on your last night? So one girl, spoiler alert, in 3, 2, 1. One little girl, she's like the young one. What's her name? Arya. She's never had sex. She gets down.
That would be number 1 for sure.
Sex would be number 1?
Yeah.
I guess if you're a virgin, because she was a virgin. She's never done it. To me, it'd be hard. I don't know how he's gonna react. But like before a fight, when I'm scared, when it's fight or flight, my dick's never gotten so small. My dick is, it's like a turtle. It's like nope. Like you're not raring to go. Even if Carmen Electra in the prime walked in before a fight, I ain't busting nuts. I'm thinking about the White Walkers, son. So she was like, "Fuck it, I've never done this." Fucks basically the guy who makes knives and shit.
Okay.
Even though he's royalty, that's a whole. I don't have time to go into it. I don't have time to go into it, Chin.
Nice.
I don't have time to go into it.
Got it.
All right. It's like watching the Avengers and going, "What's Iron Man's story?" You know what, bro? You gotta go back and watch it yourself. I can't do the homework for you. There's no cliff notes. This is true. There are no cliff notes on Game of Thrones. If you're at Starbucks, someone goes, "Dude, never seen Game of Thrones. What's it about?" I'd be like, "Damn, dude, it's too much to unpack. It's too much." That's like asking what's Christianity about. There's too much to unpack for you, man. You got to do the work. Don't be lazy.
I'll do the work.
Yeah, don't ask me, Chin.
Right,
why are there dragons? Dude, what the fuck? How'd the White Walkers get a dragon, dude? They shot him out of the fucking sky. He flew into frozen water. The White Walkers went down. This is how gangster are. They went down, pulled him out of there, dude. That's how,
freezing
Chin.
Water.
Yeah.
Damn.
Here's the thing, though. Don't post about game. When is it? And I apologize if I did spoil it, because I assume it's almost a current event. It's such a phenomenon around the world. We're all watching at the same time, even a different time zone. If you're that gangster about Game of Thrones, you're like me. If let's say it airs at 6 p.m. here, if I don't watch at 6 p.m.,
you expect?
I don't. I'm not on my phone. I expect Chin's watching. I expect all you guys are watching. I expect fucking John Legend's gonna post about it. I don't follow him. I expect LeBron James is gonna post a spoiler. I stay off social media. If a fight's happening, and let's say I'm doing stand-up, and I do want to watch, I can't get in the back, I'm off my phone. I don't even look at text. Because I'm afraid someone's going, "Damn, did you see what Stylebender did this, dude?" You see, I don't want to see any of that. So I stay off my phone. I assume we're all watching this together.
Together. That's
not the case here. And I did a poll on my Instagram. Is it okay to post? And it's 46% say yes.
Close.
The rest say no. All right, I won't post. Don't upset people. However, the biggest show of all time. When is it okay to post? Does everyone that loves Game of Thrones come to an agreement that we can't post about it? Like when Chris goes, "Bro, why you ruining shit?" I text him, and "Shut the fuck up." What were you doing? Am I supposed to assume your schedule that you didn't watch it? I assume my group, we can start a group chat and we can all talk about it. But I knew I was in some shit when I get a text from my brother. He was like, "Dude, why would you post that?" I'm like, why not? This is one of the most critical moments of all time, the biggest TV show. He's like, yeah, but not everyone watched it. I'm like, if you're a fan, you watched it. Or you're off social media. The agent, dude, why would you post that? Kind of a dick move. Really? You guys are Game of Thrones fans. Was it a dick move?
I know a lot of people don't watch it, but I'm kind of with you. Yeah. You gotta watch it when it comes out. Like I was at home at 6 waiting for it to come on.
No, I had popcorn ready to roll.
Yeah. I did the same thing with fights, like you were saying. I stay on my phone if I miss fights.
Yeah.
Watch them.
It's up to you.
There you go.
So when was this acceptable post? Next week? Well, who gives a fuck? When can I post a picture of the dragon?
I'd say a day maybe is good.
Why not the night of? What about fights? I gotta assume you went on date night and Miss Jones versus Gustafson too, and I can't talk about it that night? And my brother's like, well, you're not Game of he goes, this is a conversation we had. Well, you're not Game of Thrones experts. People assume it's safe to get on social media because you're a comedian and you're not gonna post about Game of Thrones. It's the biggest show in the world. I assume you're gonna post about it, Chin. So I better have my shit to go. Otherwise, I'm like dumped on social media. But fine, all right, I won't post about it.
Lesson learned.
And then my brother goes, well, you do spoilers a lot, so it's kind of your thing. No, it's not. When have I ever spoiled anything?
Really?
What have I done, Chin?
You've done movies before, but then, or TV shows before. I forgot on T-Fat-K or here. It's enough to where I'm guessing people are like, oh crap, something might happen now.
Yeah.
Brendan might post about it.
Yeah.
This one, I can't even tell what it's just, I just see a picture.
I know, but if you're balls deep in Game of Thrones, it kind of explains everything.
Really?
Yeah, because
Why does she look
3,
like
2, 1? Because she's a female, and she didn't think she could be knighted, and it's a big deal. It's like the biggest deal.
Is this actually Hillary Clinton? Because she looks like Hillary Clinton.
It does look like Hillary Clinton.
It's not?
It looks like Hillary Clinton if she was healthy.
I thought that was the spoiler.
That's my face when I get fucking when I do the sneakers app on Nike and I fucking actually get them. That's the way my face looks. It fucking tears in my eyes. Now here's the thing with Game of Thrones. There's all these conspiracy theories. And I'm not that balls deep in it, nor do I want that to ruin it. But we realize the next 3, 4, 5. And this is just me assuming. Our favorite characters are done. Like I'm assuming she gets killed next episode. Like just such a heartfelt moment. Her head's getting cut off, and then she becomes a White Walker. Think about that big bitch as a White Walker.
Big bitch.
Game over. But then they show the young girl having sex. I had to Google how old she was. I'm like, this doesn't feel right to me. She was 20, I think 24, 22. Do you remember when we started Chin 8 years ago? She was young,
Baby,
bro.
right?
Kid. Now I'm watching her have sex for the first time. Felt weird to me. Set of titties on her too. I don't know if it's computer generated though. I'm not sure if that was computer generated. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know, dude.
Oh, I've seen her before.
Yeah, little Stark got some dick. Stark got the dick.
Stark. Macy Williams.
Yeah, I know. They're besties, right? Yeah, it felt weird, man. Watching her throwing down.
Right there, she's a little baby.
That's how we got used to her.
Yeah.
Damn, that's the first episode with the wolves and one dies.
There we go. I'm sure I know everyone's seen it by now.
That was 8 years ago.
I know.
I don't know what to do. How can we not talk? How can we not have a conversation about something that happened 8 years ago?
Oh, that's funny.
God. Yeah, one guy DM me goes, "You're such a dick, man. Unfollow." Wouldn't notice. You're such a dick. Unfollow, bro. I'm on season 4. Hey, man. Season 4 happened 4 years ago. I talk about movies from 4 years ago. I can't assume your ass isn't caught up. We can't tailor make the podcast and my social media based off your fucking schedule, man. God damn it. But yeah, I felt weird with that little girl having sex for the first time watching that. Yeah, very strange. Felt very strange. Shout out Game of Thrones. Hands down the best show of all fucking time. Most pirated show.
I read something that was like 300 to 450 million people watch it worldwide.
I heard they estimate just based off TV and digital, it's over 100 million. But then when you add in pirated, you got to assume 300, 400, 500 million.
Yeah.
Suck on them balls, MASH. MASH is the most watched show of all time.
That is crazy.
Differ. Well, that's because at the time there's 3 channels, and people watched that in Vietnam and
Korea, boy.
Yeah, there you go.
Korea. Shout out to Korean.
There you go. That's a weird shout out.
I know.
Yep. But yeah. So I mean, Game of Thrones shits on those numbers. It's such a good show, man. It's so fucking good. I cannot wait for next Sunday. I cannot fucking wait. My nails are. I mean, I was so nervous about those White Walkers, man. So nervous. I need a White Walker tea. God, they're fucking scary, dude. Yeah, the Night King. He looks like shit right there, but
Are they?
pretty...
Never mind. I'm not gonna ask any questions.
What were you gonna say, man?
Are they ghosts? So if you touch them, your hands goes through them.
Ghost? No. What kind of silly shit is that, Chin?
He looks
They're dead zombies, bro. Ghost?
He looks see-through.
Fuck no. See through when you chop your goddamn head off, and they can fight, dude. You gotta draw him out. The only way you get to him, you gotta get to the leader. You gotta draw him out. You gotta kill him. You kill him, you get rid of the rest of the army. They follow him. It's science, man. Shit is fucking dope. And you know what? I like to talk about it on here. All right. Great, grand. So, explain this to me. And I actually think being pirated is good because, and I gotta get the straight facts, because if you're the creator of the Game of Thrones, right, for the TV show, there's books, right? But so if you're the creator for the TV show, you're negotiating a certain contract that's guaranteed money. So for season 8, let's say they got $60 million. You're getting that $60 million whether you get 10 million views or 100 million views. They're set, right? I'm sure there's bonuses, there's stuff like that in everything except for the UFC, but in certain points, we'll get to that. So, but in like the NFL, if you're MVP, there's a bonus. If you go to the playoffs, there's a bonus. If you lead the league in rushing, there's a bonus. Lead the league in sacks, there's a bonus. If you get a certain amount of interceptions, bonus. So I'm sure there's that in this area of TV.
Conor McGregor's success with the Irish Whisky proper number 12, with it hitting its $1 billion sales mark. At the end of that combo, mentioned Conor McGregor having shortcomings here and there, even though he is this megastar, this charismatic enigma. So I would consider this one of his shortcomings. So in one of my previous videos on the MMA News Outlet channel, I showcased Conor McGregor's exhibition boxing match he has had in Ireland, namely at the Crumlin Boxing Club, notably, which was his childhood gym. So in this exhibition match, I said in my previous video, Conor McGregor, you know, he looked good, you know, strutting his stuff, strutting his signature moves with his boxing hands behind his back, or behind his back, you know, him ducking and dodging. But this amateur boxer from the exhibition match reported to TMZ Sports that McGregor hit him with his cheap shot. And for me, I'm not surprised because, you know, even though Conor McGregor is, you know, a legend in the fight game UFC and a new legend in this whiskey game, his boxing skills are not that good. He's a little rough around the edges. He still has that UFC mindset. So I'm not surprised this amateur boxer is coming out and reporting to one of the biggest news stations in the world, TMZ, or TMZ Sports, about the cheap shot he has got from Conor McGregor. So MMA News reposted what TMZ Sports had to, you know, or their report on this, and it says that this amateur boxer has stated, "It was as the cheapest shot I ever caught in my life. You're meant to go back to your corner, but Conor never went back to his corner. Conor leaped at me with a left hook. Conor McGregor hit me with a cheap shot in his own hometown and like I said, his own childhood gym. The ref was on his side, and there was no way I would have won the fight unless I have knocked him out. And for me personally, of course, the ref was on his side. Conor McGregor is a megastar. That is his childhood gym. Conor McGregor has made waves in the industry, the fight game, and now the whiskey game. So compare the megastar to just the amateur boxer. Of course, the amateur boxer is going to get the short end of the stick. And to me personally, that exhibition match was just there to make Conor McGregor look good. You know, just how Floyd Mayweather fought that Japanese kickboxer. You see that those exhibition matches, it just proves that a well-named star fights a no-name. And I say no-name because I don't even remember the Japanese kickboxer Floyd Mayweather fought, but I'm sure I'll find a photo and put it in this video of who Floyd Mayweather fought. But let's get back to Conor McGregor. I would say if I was in this corner of the amateur boxer as a friend, I would say to this amateur boxer, just let Conor McGregor have his night. Because according to Conor McGregor's Instagram, he is really, bragging, boasting, per se, about his exhibition match that he has had against some no-name. Okay, so all this exhibition match, or its purpose, was just to make Conor McGregor look good. So let Conor McGregor, ride his wave of, being a legend in boxing, allegedly. And I would tell this amateur boxer, why don't you just go somewhere and, I don't know, go buy his whiskey, support the legend. But that is all I have for now.
If you have not already, hit that subscribe button with its notification bell and leave a comment in the comment box below of what you thought of the video, and tune in for more on MMA News Outlet.